No, that's your sister over there running and farting and pooping and shit. Welcome everyone. This is our third show. Welcome to Tanita Talks. We are doing tea time with tea, but today we're not drinking tea. We are having adult beverages. So with that being said, I would like everyone to introduce themselves, starting with...
Hi, I'm Shawty. Hi guys, I'm Crystal.
Hello everyone, my name's Rashonda.
And I'm Tia.
All right, and y'all know me. Okay. Today's topic is marriage. I have been married for quite some time. And what's funny? I ain't like, is you gonna put this on the airway? Okay, so we all know that marriage is marriage is what you make of it. We were having, me and Crystal were having a conversation earlier about different things, so that's where the topic came up from today. So you guys are welcome to chime in. I have plenty of stories, but we ain't gonna get all in my business, you know. We ain't gonna put our business in the streets. We're gonna keep it rated PG and we ain't calling no names. So if you tell a story about them freaks, keep their names in the streets, okay? We're gonna leave them freaks where they at. So, marriage is one of the most wonderful things that I think, a decision that you can make if you want to make life more pleasing. Some people don't want to be married, and that's fine. I myself, I know I'm wife material. I have always been. I don't have a lot of freak in me, but I'm getting there. We discovered that a little bit earlier. They gonna teach me. They gonna get me all the way together. Okay. So me being the oldest, you think I'd be the leader, but clearly not. They are some freaks. So, yes, it is very fun. It's very challenging. It's like riding a wave. Some days you are madly in love, and some days you can't stand to look at. You be like, you know what? I'm going to jail. Like seriously. Yes, like you know, and it's normal. It's normal to have ups and downs. But it's really about two imperfect people just willing to not give up on each other. You know, willing to make it work. Like seriously.
And I think that's how the topic came about because we were on the phone. And previously I had saw, I don't know if it was a quote or not, but it was a statement. It said, a guy asked a woman, do you smoke? She said, no. Will you smoke in your car? She said, no. Will you smoke outside? No. Will you smoke anywhere? She said, no. And the guy was like, well, that's the key to marriage. You think about your marriage when it comes to divorce the same way you would think about that cigarette. No is not an option. It's not an option to get divorced.
And that's why I told her that's where we agree to disagree. We agree to disagree because I believe that and that analogy is very, very. I mean, it's really good, but I think it's situational based. Yep, because there are people that are in abusive relationships. There are people that are in relationships where they are married. People are not marrying for the right reasons. Right. So you're not going to... Divorce can only not be an option if y'all keeping it 100 at the beginning. You're madly in love. You have met somebody that came in your life and sparked your soul. You know, it's a kinetic energy between you and somebody else. You can't describe it. You can't write it. You can't read it in a book. Right. It's like you just know what you know what you know. If you didn't get married for those reasons, you're not with the right person.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, something is going to happen within that time to make you realize, you know what, I done made a mistake. But then some people be like, I'm in too deep. Some people stay married because of their kids. You know, some people, there's always a benefit that they think to stay.
Because they feel like they can't sustain without that time.
And some people are scared to start over.
Yeah.
They're so afraid to start over. And honey, trust me, I have been that. It ain't that bad.
Because you also have to think about starting over. Like really, like okay, the person I'm with, you're gonna have your ups and downs with. If you was to leave this person or and get with another, so you gotta weigh your good and your bad.
Yeah, that's right.
So can I deal with this?
Yeah. Right. And it just depends on the degree, because some men run around on their wife. You know, so I'm supposed to stay and let him just, you know, swing his shit all over town.
Oh hell no!
Michelle said it best. You're gonna suffer.
But to what degree? That's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna suffer, but to what degree? What is your degree? You know, like everybody can say what their breaking point is. You know, like I can say, if my husband, you know, a woman can say, you know what, I know that I can deal with everything else, but if my husband steps out on me, that's it. You know, or if he hits me, that's it. You know, that kind of thing. He loses his job, whatever their reasonings are, it's always a reason for an out.
Mine would be infidelity. You know, you have situations to where maybe possibly, or you think, you're not sure. But if it's definitely confirmed, and you know, I would have a hard problem with that because of a previous relationship to where, you know, being so naive and not thinking that it can happen, then it just happen. Yes. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? That's what you have made.
So you better be good, goddamn well at hiding.
That's it. You show and don't get caught, because that's the you're right.
Yeah.
And then there are situations to where you can say what you're not gonna do.
But then
and then when it come up, then it's like, okay, here we are. Now what? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So we have to. That's why I'm the type of person, I'll never say what I won't do.
Right.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I know what I'm capable of doing, but I know what I'm not. Not just saying not what you're not going to do. It's one of those things where everything is up for negotiation.
Right.
You know, we do things we don't want to do every day. I don't want to get up every morning. I want to lay down and scratch my ass, and I can't scratch it no more. But I can't do that. I have responsibilities. You know, so that just comes with the territory. And it makes it all worthwhile when you can really say you married somebody, because when you know that somebody loves you, that will lay down and die for you.
Right.
Sometimes that oversees
The
whatever.
mistake.
It's like, you know what?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's not to say any of us have went through these things. We're just talking hypothetically. It's just one of those things to where you got to say, well, you know what? Does one thing trump the other? And then you get to thinking about your children and all this other thing, you know, because they will be affected.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it's just because men.
That infidelity, I guess, could be in the sense of along the realms of, you know, divorce is not an option, but depending on how, you know, you can't, if you make a mistake, you can't continue to make.
Oh no, that better be a one.
That's not a mistake.
It better be that. It's a choice anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't accidentally fall in somebody's vagina.
Right.
Okay. But then too, did you think about it? Let me give it to you like this. There's different types of cheating.
Ooh.
Okay, so what if that one time thing, you done met up at the stove, boom, you done hit it and that's it. Or you find out your husband been messing around for 6 months or 6 years, or you know, there, like I told you, there's levels to this shit.
Very strong mental, intellectual connection
With somebody, that's cheating as well, baby.
That's what I said.
Worst one.
Yes, because that's what. Yes.
Once they have that mental and intellectual connection,
Yeah.
Y'all having sex in your minds.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the best shit.
Is it?
Think about it.
1-800 stroke it out. Well, get your life all the way together. Want to get your life? Want to get your life? Get your life all the way together. So you're right. The mental aspect of it is very, very vital. But what's scary is it starts with entertainment of any kind. Because I tell people, you want to get mad at the woman or the man, whatever you choose. Somebody, if he belongs to you, if you are my spouse, my partner, my obligation is with you. This woman, how am I going to get mad at her, even if she knows about our relationship? At the end of the day, she don't owe me nothing. But you want to go jump on this woman.
Because she know, but at the end of the day, you going to get it more. I just, you and I, but if she knew, it's not just going to be.
But see, I bet.
I would say if it's someone that I know, that ass is mine. If it's someone that I know, that's a mutual friend or my friend,
because he can lie.
Well,
but if it's somebody I don't know or somebody at work, you know what?
Yeah, Chris.
Let me tell you something.
Dr. Newsom.
All right, let me deal with this.
But I think differently. I just think at all costs, that person. That's like saying a stranger has an obligation to me. You don't owe me shit at the end of the day.
My friend.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what I said. No, your friend. I said a stranger. Yeah, you're right. That's my friend. That ass is mine.
Yeah.
That's because that's actually happened to me
There's a lot of
before.
raggedy bitches out here.
It is, and they want what you have.
They prefer to take
Yes,
somebody
yeah,
who's
because
already
but
taken.
you know what? That's the scary part of, kind of like bringing your friends into your world, because at the end of the day, you don't know if they're a listening ear
That's true.
or if they plotting.
Exactly.
You know how many friends I have?
0.
1, 2, 3. I have no friends.
Well, I tell you what, me and my friend been rocking baby since we were 15.
I have a best friend. I have one best friend.
That's it, just one, baby. My
That's it.
ride or die. Brandon, shout out to you, boo. I ain't got
Well, I got all these. I got all them beat. I got 3.
Yeah, but it's scary because, and then time changes that as well. This new generation, they don't care about shit.
Nothing.
These
It's
women,
crazy.
I'm talking about. I was having a conversation with the kids, and they was like, "Mama, the girls is bad, as worse as the boys."
Yes, they are.
And I'm like, "What?" And it's like, but at some point in time, people had morals.
Yeah.
They had value. You
Yes.
wasn't gonna mess with somebody unless you was a skank.
Or you was gonna really try to hide that shit because you know it's
You
low
think
down.
nah, baby, they would do it in
Put
your
it on
face.
Front Street.
You know,
Behind your back. Y'all at the register together. Hey,
come, you
Yeah,
know,
meet me
yeah,
at the
like
restroom. I give you
real.
my.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That is so down bad. But that's
Yeah.
why that is the reason for things like this, to bring awareness to certain situations, to try to give some fools some guidance, because at the end of the day, it's all about respect. If you respect people's boundaries, a lot of this shit would stop. You know, I don't want to be second to nobody. I'm not messing with somebody, so I have never done that. But you're giving this man a notion of how to treat you. You're already accepting second place, baby.
Right.
You will never be first, boo.
Right.
But somebody, somewhere, some ain't connecting to tell you that ain't how the world work. But these Negroes got them. They entertaining them. So it's like, hey, I just want what you got. They are now like lottery tickets.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
you
want
gonna
what
pay
you
my
got.
bills?
Shit,
Yeah,
they
I
want what they
had a friend back in the day, you know, that was messing with this guy, and he was a married man. And you know, men are fearful. The ones that are fearful, he was scared that, and what she would use is like, if you don't give me this, I'm gonna tell your wife. So for a minute, she juiced his ass really
She
well.
was the wrong one. If you gonna step out, y'all gotta have that mutual. This is not a disclaimer or anything, but I'm just saying, y'all gotta have that mutual understanding.
Yeah, but no, they didn't. Well, clearly they thought they did, but you know, some bitches get scandalous.
Like, oh, you telling me no?
But see, she was
How about
scandalous
I
anyway.
call her?
So, but I'm gonna tell you how.
Listen to that
I'm
video,
gonna
you
tell you
see?
how abroad. Like, see, this is some shit I would do. And so he wouldn't give her whatever money she wanted. So she decided to find the balls that she never had to go and knock on this man's door,
Whoa.
Come on, baby.
Whoa.
knowing he wasn't at home.
That's when she get that. I'm gonna give you this pass now.
No,
That ain't
I'm gonna
your
tell you.
business.
So she
Thank
knocked
you.
on the door. The wife opened up the door, and she was like, "Are you such and such wife?" And the woman was like, "Yes, I am." And she was like, "Well, I want to tell you, you know, me and your husband been messing around and this, that. And the woman she's sitting there drinking a little drink, and I guess she thought that was gonna spark some kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And the lady after, she said, "You through?"
Okay.
And she out there flailing around like a goddamn fish out of water.
You're not finna get.
Hold on, baby. Let me
Yeah.
tell you. She
That's
told
a
me. She
grown-ass
say,
woman.
Yeah.
"Little girl, let me tell you something. You're not the first, and you're not gonna be the last." She said, "You see this house?" She said, "Turn around. You see them cars out there in the driveway?
Okay.
That's me.
You think I'm finna let you come in here and fuck up my life?"
Okay.
She said, "Baby, if you know like I know," she said, "you might want to stop messing with him because he probably ain't just messing with you." She said, "You ain't the first woman knocked on my door."
Wow. Now with that.
Yeah.
But hold on. But I'm gonna tell you why.
Got chills.
Hold on, let me
That's
tell you
a
why
lie.
she said what she
I
said,
feel
baby.
and I
Because
don't
like you
feel.
say, mutual.
Got
He
chills.
fucking around on her, but sister girl had her meat action too now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like
it's
a
mutual.
She truly be happy in that situation. That's not a marriage. That's an arrangement.
But whatever kind of arrangement it is, them two crazy motherfuckers is happy, and you gotta respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And what's-
everybody's
yeah,
marriage,
yeah,
everybody,
yeah,
what's
right,
ideal to
right,
you is
that's
not.
true.
You got people that
Because
swing
they got
us,
open
they do
doors
threesome.
marriage,
That don't
so
mean.
that's
Let me
true.
tell you, what
Everybody marriage
sustains
is-
everything is that you and your partner on the same
That's
page.
if they're genuinely happy.
But who am I to judge?
But I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what we have together. I mean, it's more to it.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I agree with that, and then I don't.
I don't agree with it. I don't
Certain
agree with it, but that's something I would have told her. Oh, I'd have lit his ass up when she left.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna have the satisfaction of thinking you done came and rattled
break me down.
That's why I said I would do something like, oh, that ass is mine.
That's a grown ass.
Oh yeah, that's a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
But she left that. Don't call me crying, boo, because I told you not to take your ass over there.
Yeah.
But what that did was taught her a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
First of all, quit messing with people's goddamn husbands to start with. And second of all, everybody ain't as immature as you.
Right.
Everybody ain't rattled, baby, because at the end of the day, so you mean to tell me I'm gonna leave my 8-figure lifestyle? And how you know? How this woman even know this girl telling the truth?
I've never. I don't know. That has to be an arrangement because I can't base it off of financial standards.
But you gotta hold on, and I'm gonna tell you.
I can't.
I know at least 2 couples that's in it for the money, baby.
But I can't.
I'm
I
gonna tell
can't
you.
either.
Money.
I can't do it either.
I'll take you at Waterburger.
It's all about our relationship, how we make each other feel,
Loyalty,
respect,
trust.
Yeah.
That's what it's
don't
about.
Give a fuck. I'm telling you, honey,
Well,
you will be. You got people, and I have had women sit at this very table and tell me I can't leave my husband because I can't make it by myself. So I need his paycheck to live my lifestyle.
No, well, they're weak.
Or we together based off of just sex.
That's the life they chose.
That's but all you can do is be like, who? That couldn't be me. But at the end of the day, if that's what makes them happy, who am I to tell them that that's the wrong way to live?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you found it in yourself to love based off of money. You got people that marry people like stars. When they get with somebody, it's like, I don't know if this person is with me for me or for who I am or what I have.
Right.
So people marry for money all the time, baby. Status, power, everything. It's a partnership.
It is.
It's a partnership.
It is.
And it's like you got a lot of political couples that are together because it's a partnership. It looks good when the lights come on.
Yeah.
People marry or just even date, entertain for different reasons.
Yeah.
But it all boils down
for
to
them.
what makes you happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, people with morals will tell you, no, morally that's wrong.
Yeah.
Because that big ass and them big titties, that you're going to get tired of looking at that. I want somebody that can cook and clean my house, can take care of my kid. That kind of thing. Everybody has
They're reaping the consequences of that now with the quarantine and the women having to cook with the breasts and the ass and they can't cook.
No, but yeah,
They're reaping that right now.
He don't want to look at another. He don't want to look at another goddamn corn dog, a chicken nugget, a frozen pizza.
Exactly.
Baby, he warming up shit. That microwave is going all day long.
Yeah.
That's when us real sisters bust the nose
Yeah.
down, okay?
Yeah.
So it's and all of that kind of stuff. It's like you don't worry about it as a married woman, but certain things cross your mind. But you and your spouse, you just have to trust that I don't have to have those type of worries. I don't want those type of worries. Because you got some people that every time their husband leave out the door, it's like, damn, I don't know where he going. I don't know what he's doing. I've never been like that.
Oh, I can't function like that.
I've never been insecure. I've never not trusted.
You know where he going?
Or not, baby. You tell me you're going to Billy's, you at Billy's. You could be laying up with some hoe. But when it fall in my lap, then that's when we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
If there's a situation to where you leaving and I'm worried about where you're going, we gotta
That's a
talk
wrap.
about that.
No, we ain't talking about shit. That's
No, we gotta talk because it's a marriage. We gotta talk about it. I have to express to you
Right.
and explain to you how I'm
I
feeling,
feel.
and give you that understanding,
And why
and
I'm
we
feeling
gotta figure out
exactly.
why am
That's
I
true.
feeling this way.
But 9 times out of 10, that's been going on. You don't just wake up feeling like that. When you get to that point, stuff been going on for a minute.
Exactly. You don't just
So
wake
you
up
can
and
keep
feel it.
voicing your opinion and voicing your opinion.
Well, it's not
Ain't
about
nothing gonna
it's
change.
not about voicing the opinion. It's about confronting
Addressing that.
addressing that issue.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care what we've been
Feel it.
doing these last few months, but right now, this needs to be addressed
Yeah.
immediately because I feel that there's something going on. Let's
Right,
nip
let's
this in the
talk
bud
about
right
it.
now.
So what happens
Tell you how I feel.
when the conversation doesn't go the way you want it to go?
You go back
You
and
gonna
try
have it again.
Try what again?
The
You have it
conversation.
again.
And what? And you got some people that have them conversations for years.
No, I'm okay. Not just that conversation, but within a marriage. That's why I said the no to divorce, because I was thinking on the lines of small things within a marriage like communication barriers and things
Oh yeah,
like
that's
that.
absolutely.
That's why I'm saying no is not an option when it comes to divorce. But when you have a disagreement in a marriage, sometimes those conversations don't end on a good note. You
No,
gotta
they
go
don't.
back
You gotta
to
go.
it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
of course. When you
Yeah.
talking about revisiting, we
Yeah.
on the same page with that. Yes, we are. I just think that a lot of times, you will see change in a relationship when both parties are willing to make something work. Nothing ain't gonna change when one person, like you, and that's why I was just saying what I said, because I'm thinking about it one-sided. You want to communicate, this person get ready to go lay up with Barbara. So whatever you say is going at one end, coming out the other.
Right.
You both have to, like I said, two imperfect people that are willing to not give up on each other.
Yeah.
And that's why I was talking about that median, that balance. You have to have that, because if you don't, your shit gonna always be lopsided. But that comes to marrying the right person. The right person ain't gonna let you hurt in no kind of way, without trying to figure out a way to fix it. Even if I did mess up, what can I do to make this right?
But sometimes that can be worn out, because you could be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Your attitude could be the problem.
True.
Your miscommunication can be the problem. Your understanding can be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a situation to where, there was a conversation being had, and the female part was she was aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and at a certain point of the conversation, it was revealed that this person
is a part of the problem.
No, this person is trying. This person genuinely cares about you. Back down, and it's like a lion drawing back.
And that's hard.
Draw
that's
back,
hard.
and it's like
that's hard.
Okay, and in an instant, when you recognize that, your tone changes.
Everything changes. Yes,
Everything
but did you see what you just said? You have to recognize some people miss that.
Right.
That's where the miscommunication comes in. You know why? Because they're not ready. They're not
prideful.
Grab it.
Yeah.
Well, but that's one thing. You got to take that out of that ego, pride out of that, baby. That goes out the door.
Mm-hmm.
That will destroy your whole life. And you don't get it until everything is gone. Why would you have an ego about something that is not going to benefit your life in any kind of way? But some people are also prideful. You're right. Some people, there are couples that have divorced based off of communication, when it could have just been a conversation needed to take place. But you didn't want to start it. I didn't want to start it. You stubborn. I'm stubborn now. And then you know what? They end up getting back together.
Exactly.
And it's like you done went through all this hell for
A
nothing.
simple baby, you were right or I was wrong.
Yeah.
Means mountain.
But you know what? That is easy to say, but that shit is hard to do.
Hard to do.
Especially when you are the victim. When you're the victim, a lot of times the victim has to play the bigger part, because the person that's giving you the pain, 9 times out of 10 ain't really ready to make that step. So sometimes if you really ready to make it work, you got to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
That shit is that's hard to do.
Yeah.
But like you said, at that instant, that person sees that their tone change. But by that time, by the time they get it, it's too late. You're already on zero. That's why they say
you've already begun to drift apart.
That's it. But see, this is what men don't understand, baby. A woman will leave you mentally before she leave you physically.
Oh,
so by the time she walked out on your ass, buddy, she been gone. Bye. That ass is had. But see, men will leave you physically before they leave you mentally.
Yes.
That's why we're so much smarter.
Yes.
We are so much smarter.
I said it earlier. That's why when I am closed off to certain situations.
Yeah.
But when I want what I want, I don't know. I go after it.
Right.
No matter where we are or what we're doing, I will
sit out in the car and wait on your ass.
Turn
into a stalker on that ass, baby. Oh yeah, you gonna talk to me. Come here.
And when I go that route, 9 times out of 10, that's the fucking route I'm going.
Yeah, and that's it. And can't nobody change your
unless
mind.
you know. Well, you know what I'm saying. But that's the route I'm going.
Yeah. Because you know what you want. But see, you're a strong-minded female. You got a lot of females, honey, that have zero strength. They don't have it in them to say no, or I can't, or I won't. Because they've been beat down their whole lives to where you're supposed to come in and be my knight in shining armor, and you done turned into my fucking arch nemesis. Like, what is the problem? In the marriage, we're not supposed to be against each other. It's supposed to be me and you against the world, baby. We shouldn't be doing this.
You have to learn that.
Everything is learned.
You got to learn that through the ups, through the downs, the rights, the wrongs. You did this to me, I did that to you. You got to learn that. That don't come easy.
But you know what the problem? See, that's where we need to break those. I call them generational curses, because a lot of times they don't have anything to mirror it from. They don't come from healthy homes. They don't see, the parents loving on each other. So you're right, it has to be learned. But by that time, when you do learn it, you 15 years into your marriage, you done wasted so much time blaming each other. Absolutely. Or made it better for the next person.
Now you understand with her.
Yeah. And see, I see him. Yeah, if it's real,
that shit, it's gonna last. Y'all gonna come to that understanding, and you're gonna be like, damn.
But I take a trying man over sorry motherfucker. I tell you that anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know, let me see that you're trying to right your wrongs,
Yeah.
or me, because it's not always them the problem. Sometimes our crazy asses be the ones.
Hell Lord.
But motherfucker, you done made me this way. Don't
You
try to
made-
blame.
I'm
You know
the
what I'm
reason.
saying? Oh no, boo.
You the reason, my man. Booty, can I have a refill,
Like you
Okay, I
right.
have a question about
Uh-huh.
that.
Mhm.
Saying someone made you away.
Oh yes.
That was a joking thing.
No, that's
No. That's
No,
real.
I don't know. Listen, when I said it, I meant it as because at the end of the day, you give people power over your life.
Hold
If I
on,
allow you,
don't dig in the
Yeah.
box.
okay,
That's
come on,
true.
come on, baby, let's
Open the
go.
box, baby.
Let's go, baby.
You, okay. As a strong-minded woman, you know, you have women that are strong-minded, and it's hard to take something from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you know that you wasn't raised this way. So when do you back down? When do you say, okay, I have to submit?
Be submissive.
Girl, now that's a whole nother.
Wait a minute. Hold
Hold
on.
on,
Wait a
you
minute.
took me to
Goddamn.
Travis, baby.
Repeat that. Control, Alt, delete. One more time.
Strong-minded women.
Mhm.
You know, it's sometimes, you know,
Because you talking to a bunch of alpha females.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4,
I
2
know.
times
Yeah,
right
That's
here.
8 over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because sometimes I know it can be hard to submit.
It is
So-
very
Be
hard. It is
submissive,
very
To be
hard.
submissive, yes.
I can share with you.
But
that
we all gonna share some juice with that. We gonna let Chris
I can
start it
say
off.
that it's easier for alpha women to be submissive when they're being led right.
Yes.
If they're being led right, we can be the most submissive women in the world. But once your track record ain't right, you
Yeah,
off
You
track,
done.
and I'm
You
saying,
done. I'm sorry, baby.
Right.
Oh, man.
my voice
That's
got
out of
to be
there.
heard.
No,
I
Yeah.
can't stop talking.
Me ain't-
You
I
can't.
ain't-
I can't.
You
Your
can't.
lips
I
moving
won't.
and you- I won't.
That's
You
one
can't
of my
get me that
problems.
I'm the man
That's
in
one
this
of my
house
problems.
speech and think I'm gonna back down.
Oh, no.
When you
And
doing
you
wrong,
don't.
Yeah.
and you
Like-
right,
Or you
hey,
not doing,
you got
and you know what? It gets, and she's absolutely correct.
Yeah, true.
Because, but that's the, you know what? But let me tell y'all. But see, you got to peel the layers back though, because you can't blame somebody for doing something wrong and they don't know they're doing something wrong. Because in his mind, he may be thinking
Right.
he's leading you correctly.
True, but a person know when they doing wrong.
No. I'm talking about as far as financially. I'm talking about parenting. There are other layers that are added to this that could be a part of the issue.
Every situation will be
But
different.
you're right. But that's
Every situation, hers could be financially, hers could be emotionally.
That's
hers
what
could
I'm,
be
that's what I'm
it could be all
saying.
different
Yes,
things.
that's what I'm saying.
Because-
So Tia asked about submission. At what point do you submit? Now you're asking a table full of alpha females about submission. So we already know this is touchy-feely, baby.
Yes.
Touchy-feely, baby. Because first of all, the word submission, that shit makes me itch.
I can naturally submit. I can.
Yeah, but
I can
that
too.
forcefully,
That
like,
force,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I can naturally
Yeah,
submit.
yeah.
Like I said
That's
before,
anybody.
I can be submissive until you show me that submissive is not the way
It's
for me
not
to be.
right. Because I
But
can show
everybody
the other
start. You know
side.
what? When you in a relationship, I think about it like 2 blank pieces of paper, and you fill this paper up with good things, bad things, and at some point you're gonna be like, okay, this motherfucker leading me down the wrong road.
Right.
Like you can't. Well, if you're a smart woman, you're not gonna let somebody lead you into destruction. But you got some people that believe, like, you know, that's my husband. You know, he could kick my ass and drive me into the ground, and just because I'm supposed to be married, I'm supposed to submit. Now, biblically, we know that's what it's supposed to be like. Now, realistically, he got me messed up to the fucking
Hello.
okay? Like, nigga, girl, what?
Well, that's the question I thought she was asking. I thought she was gonna go to where, because we said, you know, they make us feel. She said, I think we said
Oh,
they
yeah.
make us feel like that.
You make me
And I
act
thought
like
she was
that.
gonna say something along the lines, you know, of a strong-minded woman. How can someone make you feel like that?
Right, yeah. True.
But
Well,
you
no,
know,
I said they make us act that way. Like
Yeah.
somebody will make you act
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
But what you got to understand is you're giving someone else power. You're giving someone else power over your emotions. Because at some point in your life, you ought to have control over your emotions. Everybody is a work in progress, but everybody's going to get to that point at different times.
Eventually.
So with that being said, it's like how am I gonna be submissive and I know my husband is running around on me? But you want me to do? You got me.
I can't.
That's not gonna happen until you become into the woman that you truly are.
But some women.
What I'm saying is to where when you have standards, you've already been through so much shit, so many ups and downs. You know what you're gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept, and that when you get to that point, I think that's when mentally you start to disconnect because you can see it and you already know what's going on. And emotionally, you're not going to react. You're not going to react emotionally because you've matured. Not initially. You got to mature and get to that point.
That's true. But it's one of those where when you get to that point, I don't give a fuck. When a woman starts saying, okay. I mean, the disconnect is already there.
Just let it go.
But like, we have to get fed up. But this is the thing though. Love will make you do some crazy shit.
It will.
Love will make you think you submitting and you being the biggest fucking fool in the world. And when you need to react, you don't. So that's why I say you have to be smart about it because all of us gonna do dumb shit in relationships. If a woman sit up and tell you she ain't never did nothing dumb or been dumb behind any man, she's lying.
Never forgave for certain shit.
Hello, baby, and you done did shit you said you wasn't gonna do, what you wasn't gonna take, because
that ain't
love.
no relationship.
That's what I'm saying. But it's something. It's something you've been through.
You
It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
You thought it was a relationship at that time.
Right.
You just know better now. But think
Right.
about what you was doing at 18,
Yeah.
and you be like, girl, I should have been. You know, it's like I need to take myself in the backyard, bend over and kick my own ass. That kind of thing. But it's like, but then what about when you're in a situation? Let's just use your situation for example. You're in a relationship. You're getting ready to have a baby, and let's just say you figured out once your baby get here, I want this, but I don't want that. Which means it's something that he may be showing you that ain't really clicking. You like, you know what? But some women be like, shit, I'm too far in. What do I look like turning away right now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta kind of, like I told y'all, it is levels to this shit. And it ain't no one cookie cutter recipe to say this is how it goes because everybody's relationship, everybody's different. And motherfuckers will switch up on you, baby. When you meet them, they be the best men in the world. They gonna give y'all shit. Baby, you 6 months in and here come fucking the predator. And you be like, where that come from? Who is that? And then, you know, it's like, okay, I'm waiting on this man that I married. I'm waiting on this person. This my knight in shining armor. And it's like, he ain't never gonna come. So now I'm stuck with this shit. So now what do I do?
So I have another question. When you know you're not happy in your marriage, when do you say enough is enough? I choose my happiness.
Well, when you know.
Or is that like you were saying no to divorce? But if you know you're not happy and it's not going anywhere, when do you say enough is enough?
That's when you gonna know what you know, baby.
When
It
you
ain't
know
no time
if
limit.
y'all did,
It's not.
you did everything to try to fix it, repair it, make
You
it
gave it
work.
your all.
When you become within the woman that you are, you're supposed to be. You realize your standards, what you want to
Take a
accept,
stand
what you
and
don't
say
want to
no.
accept.
This is it.
What's gonna work, what's not gonna work.
And I mean, you
gonna
literally
reach that moment.
You literally will lay down one day and wake up and be like, I ain't dealing with this shit no more.
So
It's like a light
You
switch.
probably forgave
it's
him.
kind
the
of
next
like
day.
okay, so is it bad going into a marriage with deal breakers? Like, cause if you said like this is my deal breaker, if you do this, then I know that the marriage is over. I can't move past this, and I'm not even gonna think about moving past this.
He's supposed to know that though. Let me tell you something.
They know your triggers.
They do.
should
They know your trick. Yeah. And but that's one of those like, come on now.
But
Like,
what
why
she's
even
saying
get
is
married? Oh, I
marriage
get
is
it.
supposed to be infinite. It's supposed to be forever. So how can you?
Go
Should you
into
go into a
something
marriage saying that if
already
you cheat
knowing
on me, I'm gonna divorce you?
Right.
But that's just, those are things
That's
that's
what
not
you
even a
say.
deal breaker. That's just something that's supposed to be automatic. You're not gonna marry somebody that you think is gonna run around on you, or you're not
You
gonna
have
do
some
it.
women that can put up with you, but can't put up with men that's just not never mentally or financially. Like you said, if you're not supporting me mentally, I'll leave you faster than
I will.
cheating on
But
me.
see, that's what that goes back to what we're talking about,
that's what
saying
I'm
like
saying.
every
Everybody's
situation
life
is
is
different.
different.
Yeah. And then you know what? It may take one woman 2 years and it may take another woman 15 years. Everybody's breaking point, because remember earlier when I was talking about those boundaries, we all have them. We have solid boundaries, we have invisible boundaries. You have boundaries to where you don't even know, damn, I can't believe I was in that shit that long. That's not even the kind of person I am.
Right.
So that's where it's like, that changes First of all, it changes with age, it changes with experience, it changes with, like Crystal said, coming into this woman that you are. All of that is like a ball of knowledge. You're changing into this person because you're going to change over the years, and so is he going to change. But remember, by the time a man loves you unconditionally, when he's ready to stop the bullshit and he's there, baby, you already gone. By that time, you already through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I don't know if it's a biological thing. That's just what it is.
Sometimes,
like, seriously.
Like, sometimes people, well, I guess men have really stopped and like, okay, I'm not gonna lose this person, so they completely done.
But you done took me through 5 years of hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's not too late. Sometimes
you're right.
But most of the time, be like, okay, well, bam, I just got you prepared for the next woman.
But you know what's harder? You know what's the hardest thing in a marriage? When you've crossed those boundaries, the rebound, the recovery is actually harder than the act.
It is.
And let me tell you what men mess up. Let's just say your husband run around on you, right? Y'all talk about it. And in his mind, okay, we done dealt with it, it's done.
Oh, no.
But then you want to put a time limit on the healing process.
Oh, yeah.
Because just because you over the shit.
Right. Don't mean I am.
It may take me 3 years to get over this shit.
Okay. If
Okay.
I'm triggered, hey.
And that's where, but see, that's where the messiness comes in. Remember them waves I was telling you about?
Yeah.
And it don't even
That's
just
true.
always have to be the cheating. It could be something else, no stability.
Right.
Of any kind. It could be family issues. It could be you're not home enough. You could be a workaholic. It could be a number of things.
Just not on the same level intellectually.
Right.
Yes, so it's like it could be a number of things, but it's like, okay, so what do we do now? What do we do now?
That's where you got to.
Are we choosing to stick
that's what I'm
through
saying.
it? Are we trying to work it out?
And before it becomes it's two individuals. Because see, you got to be right within yourself. You have to have that personal growth. In order for y'all to work it out, you got to be at a certain point yourself. Because you can't walk back into something that you consider repair mode with the same bullshit you went into it with last time. It ain't going to work.
Right.
And a lot of times, that's what it is. Somebody's here and the other person ain't even all the way there yet. So it's still kind of like the balance is not there. But I tell you something, in relationships that have been messy like that, when that growth comes, that shit is like a ray of light. You can see these people and be like, damn, they finally got it together without even having to say anything. Because it's like a natural, it naturally just gels, it meshes.
Yeah.
But when shit going on, you can see tension. You can see couples when they come in, nobody have to say nothing. He there, she there. You can feel the tension.
They mad at each other.
You can. It's shit oozing out of it. It's like, damn, yes.
It in the air.
And everybody be like, I wonder what they done did. And the first thing we think is about cheating, but just because it could be, I want to communicate and you don't.
Right.
Making up the bed is
I
very
told you
important.
stop leaving all these shoes at the door.
Yeah, like it could be anything.
I want the toilet seat up. I don't want to use it in the middle of the
And I
night
tell you.
and flip the toilet up. Can you please?
But see, stuff like that, like making up the bed, keeping your house clean, those are my triggers. Like if my house clean, hey, you can do the fuck you want to do.
No, man.
I mean, I'm talking about in the house.
I got you.
In the house, ma'am. No, ma'am. I ain't the kind of woman where you gonna play them kind of games. Like, you not finna do that shit. I'm too crazy.
Well, just explain, because
Now, everybody that's watching this shit, they know me. Trust me. They already know what I was talking about. Trust me. So, it's just everybody has their thing. And then you got some women that's just like, that don't bother me. Like him not picking up at this stuff. I'm like, this shit, girl, that shit would drive me crazy. So, it's just... That's just one of them things like that. Them waves I was telling you about, man, I'm telling you, marriage is up and down, but it is one of the most beautiful experiences outside of childbirth and other things you have on your bucket list that you want to achieve. Marriage is one of those things I feel like you will be robbing yourself if you don't experience, because it could, just having somebody there to support you, to love you,
and just to please.
Yes, to please you. And we ain't gonna even talk about the sex, baby.
Ooh,
girl.
That's a different topic.
Yeah, we're gonna say that for another day, baby, because we was going in a little while ago. I can tell you, they is some complete freaks.
Yeah,
Trust me, I got some catch up to do. We're gonna say that rated R section is coming, y'all. It's coming. I got my dollars. Okay, so guys, this has been really. First of all, I want to say thank you. I know everybody was pulled out of their element. They're a little shy. They some freaks, but they shy freaks. So today was very, very interesting, informative, and I got some catch up to do, baby. I got some soul searching to do, honey. Guys, thank you again so much for tuning in, and thank you, ladies, for being here. To share your experiences and your opinions. And remember, this is a judge-free zone. We don't judge. We like to have fun. And remember, I'm going to keep it 100.